Hey everybody, it's Commander Raduk, and thought I would bring folks a video on how to make money through power playing. So, probably important to note that this is a video about how to make power play work for you, not necessarily a video about how you can help your favorite power play power. So with that said, I'm going to kind of set up some ground rules here to start. Really, in order for this to be effective for you, you're going to need to get to rank 5. And you'll need to do that by spending about 100 million merits in order to make that happen. So that's once you've done that, this next step will then be effective for you. So I'm in the system right now, Lusanunga, and we're going to jump from here to HIP 31666. All right, and you'll notice in my inventory that I have Aisling Media Materials. That's what this station happens to produce. And if you're interested from a power play perspective, that's what's used in order to prepare systems for expansion. So that's why I said this is more of a video about how you can make money power playing versus a video about how you should be doing this, because we're going to be expanding into a system that will have no chance of being expanded to this cycle. We're not going to be helping the power at all. Some may argue that this is a waste. I prefer to see this as an independent commander spreading Aisling's media to the galaxy on her behalf. As many of you who have watched my videos before know, I make videos about how to make money trading and doing that without slave trading. I don't like the slave trading activity. I don't think that you need to do it to make money in game, and as I've showed in the beginning of the video, I was able to become an elite trader without ever trading slaves. So you can just do this by trading commodities and finding good routes like the one that I'm going to show you here right now, and making things like power play work for you. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, in order for you to be effective at this, you need to invest 100 million credits. You need to be rank 5. Once you're rank 5, a couple things happen for your advantage. One, you get 50 million credits a week. It's a lot of money. You also get 50 free power play items, whether it's fortification or media or whatever, every 30 minutes, so it's 100 an hour. And if you really look at that from a trading standpoint, those are worth about 10,000 merits each. So, I mean, you're making 1 million credits an hour for really essentially sitting around and doing nothing. This video here is going to show you how you can not just sit around and do nothing, but also make money. So we're flying out to a system where we're going to dump all of these medium materials that I just acquired. So we're going to head on out to Shunkai Orbital. Again, HIP 31666 is the system. Oh, and I'm being interdicted. So we're going to have some fun with this. It's the first time I've done a video where I've actually been interdicted. I actually combat equipped my ship because I'm tired of running. So it makes things like this pretty fun. Oh, here we go. We've got 7 minutes to kill this guy. Alright. So I recently outfitted my ship with some different items, which is why I'm kind of depleting the oxygen right now. Normally I'm not running it so close to the wire, but I changed the frag cannons, and as a result I've got some power issues that I haven't really addressed. So But anyways, that'll be addressed at a different time and maybe in a different video. But you can see some of the changes that Horizons brought about that makes the game a little bit more interesting. When you do run out of power, like I just did, you can see that your frameshift drive goes offline for a while. Doesn't instantly come right back. So, all right. Anyways, here we are coming into Shunkai Orbital, and this is where we're going to drop our merits. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by that NPC, we're going to essentially dump these merits here, pick up the cargo, and run it back. What this allows us to do is to make merits in our Powerplay system. So we're going to make 50 million credits a week, or you can look at it as you know, every time you drop those merits, that's 500,000 credits you just made. And then you're going to also make the money that you make from this one jump here. The beauty of this one jump here is that, or this one system, I should say, it's not one jump. So it's going to be over 3,100 credits per ton. So typically that's what you want to be able to get to by taking things on a round trip or on a route or something like that. So this is really an exceptional moneymaker right now. I don't know how long it will last, so I encourage you to take advantage of it as soon as you can. You actually don't have to participate in Powerplay in order to do this route. You could just come out here and fly the route on your own and make lots of money. And I encourage you to do that too. But if you want to dabble in Powerplay a bit and also make money, this is a great way to do it. This is probably something that's better for the person that's made a little bit of money already and is trying to up their game so that they feel more comfortable flying bigger ships, or they want to fly multiple ships, things like that. Not maybe necessarily the thing that a newer player wants to do, unless you outfitted your ship correctly and looked at it that way. I mean, I could see maybe in an ASP you could make decent money on this route, or I've even looked at that new keel back ship. That keelback is actually maybe not a bad option. It's got a pretty decent amount of cargo on it. It's got a good jump range. Might be something that you could try and try to make money off this. So something for you to consider, and I encourage you to explore on your own. So Horizons has certainly changed a lot with the game. You'll notice, at least from what I've heard from some players that have talked to me in game, that a lot of my old routes aren't as profitable as they were before. Oh, are we? We are. Look, we have somebody else to fight. Well, this is just a special treat for us, isn't it? What does Mr. Parsley want? Let's see. Oh, he's wanted. Well, this will be fun. Here we go. All right. Well, I apologize for the quality of the video here. I'm actually going to be upgrading my video card soon. Horizons has brought all sorts of new fun when it comes to planetary details, but I wasn't prepared for it. So, all right. Well, so I like the new weapons. Those frag cannons are definitely fun. I don't know if I like not having an atmosphere while I'm fighting. That's certainly not great. So, all right. Well, again, back to our activity here. As I was saying, Horizons really changed a lot. One of the big things that it changed was the economy of the entire galaxy. Really, everything has changed in the sense of price, and the change is actually a good change. Things seem to be more relative to the type of system that's influencing them. Those system influences seem to have more of an influence, at least from what I've seen. And the expansion of those markets is also definitely interesting now that you add all the planets now. So where you can land, and a lot of those planets have economies of their own. So be interesting to see. I would expect eventually, you would think that the best money makers would be planetary economy trading to a station, or vice versa, or something to that effect, right? So All right. Anyways, back to our power play here. So we'll redeem a little bit of our we must have been speeding through here one time. We'll pay that off, and go ahead and jump into power play. And we've got a 100 materials to deliver. You'll see that I've delivered a couple more as well. So like I said, overall we're not really influencing things much, but we are making money, and that's really again what this video is all about. So palladium's at a nice price, 12.6, and so we're going to fill up our cargo hold with that. We are full, and now we're going to jump on back in. So again, we're going to find a system. We're going to head on out to my favorite system, Lisanunga. As some of you may be aware of, I like to use sidewinders in order to mark where I've been. It's kind of fun because it allows you to really see the whole galaxy and see inhabited space. I've even got a few ships in the far out reaches of where the furthest systems are. So this is the furthest system from Sol. So I encourage you to do this yourself if you haven't taken to it already. It's a fun little thing to do, and it's pretty cheap. So anyways, we're going to jump back to Lisanunga and make our money. 4 jumps, not so bad considering we can defend ourselves. I do give up jump range in order to defend myself, and some may argue that that's not smart, and I get it. I guess if I was really hyper about needing to make money super fast and I wanted to be really risky about it, I could go back to where I've been before, which is flying unshielded, flying with no weapons. Basically, hopefully I outrun you and do the best that I can. For me personally, I got tired of running. I got tired of the idea that I only play in open, so I got tired of the idea that if a player interdicted me, I was toast, or I could parlay myself out of it. But I had no option. You could argue now that I'm still toast if a player interdicts me, and I recognize that. But at least I feel like I can defend myself. I have something on there to make it okay. So that's why I switched back. And I tell you what, it wound up being one of the smarter moves I've ever made. So it took me away from being interdicted and dying to being interdicted and really having some fun and building my combat ranking. Wow, getting interdicted again. So again, this is a rare video. Generally, I don't end up interdicted in my videos, but fun to see again why. So why I like to arm myself. So here we go again. All right. Yep. So I do use turreted weapons. You're in a really big ship, so it makes perfect sense to use turrets. So I don't have to worry about lining anything up. It's just a matter of making sure that my ship is flowing around in a way that keeps my weapons close, right? So there we go. That took care of that. Like I said, I don't know that I so much like that, I'm losing my atmosphere every time that I have to fight now. So I will probably, I will probably switch back to some guns that don't require so much power in order to be used. But as you can see, this is why I arm myself now. The alternative is to try to avoid the interdictions, which I'm sure I could have avoided 2 of them, maybe all 3 of them. Once you get interdicted, run away. Variety of tactics you can use for that, and sure, that works just fine. I don't know that there is a right or wrong way about going this. I just know what works for one, maybe works for another. For me, I didn't die for a good 4 or 5 months, and again, I play in open. I did not have any players. Actually, I take that back. I did have a couple players try to kill me on one occasion, and I was able to escape. So, um, to me, that's what makes it worthwhile. Is I'd rather not die. And in all that time, I've also got to do quite a bit of blowing up of NPC pirates that just pull you over. I mean, surely you know you get tired of a viper pulling you over and you being like, all right, enough's enough. I'm in an anaconda or I'm in a T9. Why should I have to run from you? So I think at one point I even put some weapons on the old T9 when I was flying that. So, again, it's really what your style is. Many folks will argue and probably to a correct paper point that says less jumps, less chances to be interdicted, smaller, faster ship, you're going to get away. I've even said that in early videos. And maybe if you're an early trader, that's what you should do. That's good for you. Later in the game, when you get a larger ship and you're trying to kind of make bigger money, I think you should outfit. So now some people have asked me, how do I find routes? What do I do? I do use trading tools, but I'm a contributor. I help crowdsource them, so I really use them just to track where I've been, although I use them to find routes as well. The key, I think, is looking to leverage stuff that you know. So I joined this power specifically the Powerplay because I wanted the 100% reputation bonus that the Princess gives because I'd like to rank up an Empire so that I can get an Imperial Cutter. Makes perfect sense. I get a bonus for missions now that I'm rank 5. I get 50 million free a week. Now, she has a bonus due to her power that says luxury items sell for more in her system. So naturally, her systems, her controlled systems, her exploited systems are going to be the best place to sell expensive commodities. Well, expensive commodities have the best yield, right? The difference between how much I can buy palladium for and sell it for is the greatest. And especially in a system like this that's controlled by the princess. So the key is that you have to acquire from a system that is not controlled by the princess in order to make absolutely the best profits. So if you're thinking, well, Raduk, the route you're showing right now, if eventually we got that system in the princess's control, we'd end up losing money. You may be right. I'm not experienced enough in Powerplay to be sure, but and I don't know that the background simulation is updated enough yet to actually have that occur. I know that that's the design that the developers would like to have happen. So assuming that that's the case, yes, what I'm showing you is something that eventually, too many people ran this, if you bloated it out, if everybody just, brought that system under the princess's control, her prices would become more expensive and we would lose our yield. And that's just the way of things, right? But chances are that won't happen. And instead, we'll just be able to keep doing our little media blitz and making money on our little quick little jump route. So this route I've showed you, you really, and I'm going to flip right past the station. You really could probably do this in 15 minutes if you were not interrupted. So if you weren't, and really that was rare for me to be interdicted so much. It may be because I have a couple of quests with me right now that I've probably got my interdiction rate raised. But when you're not being interdicted like that, you can generally do this route in 15 minutes. And generally speaking, you could probably go there and back twice, okay? So the amount of profit you're making on this is going to be $3,100 a ton. You should be able to do that twice in a half an hour. Plus, if you're pledged to the princess, you're picking up 50 merits every half hour. So that's $1 million right there. So you figure the merits, right? That's $1 million in merits. You're also making $2.8 million with 452 cargo on a jump, right? So if you've got an anaconda, you're making $6.6 million at a minimum an hour. So, 2 or 3 hours of gameplay, you've gathered a good amount of merits that you need, and you've made yourself, 20 million or so. in the process, and at the end of the week, you're actually going to have money, plus the 50 million, right? That you get paid in salary. The key to power play is keeping yourself at rank 5. Rank 5, even if you have to pay the merits to keep rank 5. So if you don't get enough free ones, you have to pay it. Remember, you get a 50 million free salary, right, every week. So as long as you're not paying more than 5,000 merits worth of credits, you're going to make money. The other thing is when you offboard from the power. So when I leave this power, you want to make sure that you leave slowly, because as I stop contributing, the first week I drop to rank 4, I'll still get my 50 million salary, right? So when I offboard, somewhere in the neighborhood of 75 million-ish, right? 70, 75 million you're going to make as you step back down and you get away until you're finally like rank around to rank 2, and you can drop power, and then you're only chased for a day or two. It makes more sense to kind of look at it that way. And again, this is all about how you make money through power play, how you make these powers work for you. You can see that, I've still got 4 minutes before she's going to come back, right? So even in this little trading video here, at a minimum, I'm showing you how to make not only merits, but also, oh, look at that. Did you see that? I just want to make sure that wasn't glossed over. There it is, 3,162 per ton. And drop that in. And there we go, 1.4 million. And I'm just going to hang out and wait for the merit to show up. It's like 4 minutes. So, again, that's how you can make money doing power play. What I've just shown you is an example. You could really apply this theory to anywhere in power play, which it just comes down to finding a system that's controlled that's going to be your sell point. And then from that sell point, you can use a database tool like Elite Dangerous Database.io, EDDB.io, and look up from that system the closest location for the commodity that's the best sell that you want to sell. And then that system, ideally you choose one that you can also spread media to, and now you've got your own system set up. So again, this will work with any power, and this is how you can make money while doing power play. So again, my name is Commander Raduk. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much to everyone who has reached out to me in game and has said so many nice things about these videos, and I'm glad that they've helped you out. I hope this continues to help you out, and I'll continue to make them as the game progresses. So take care, everybody, and I will see you next year.